Hey everyone, this is my walkthrough on The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. In the last video we took on the Gerudo Training Grounds, which pretty much ended everything that we have to do before taking on Ganon's castle. And now in this video, that's exactly what we're going to do, guys. We're going to take on the final part of the game. So as soon as we get up here, Raul will talk to us, and all 6 of the sages will gather and create a bridge to the castle. We probably could just hookshot across, but okay, fine, whatever. So the castle's keep is protected by 6 evil barriers. Bring down the barrier to save Princess Zelda. Ooh, pretty. I have to admit, this part of the game is pretty awesome. It's like, you know, okay, they're just gonna make a bridge. A bridge that's tripping on LSD! Oh yeah! Rainbow Bridge, motherfuckers. I cussed. Okay, but anyways, enough fooling around, guys. We're gonna enter the final dungeon of the game, guys. Ganon's castle. It's gonna be good. Alright, guys, here it is. It's Ganon's castle time. Ganon's castle time! Okay, enough joking around. As Rauru said, there are 6 evil barriers. By the way, just ignore these 2 demos. Just go on forward. As he said, there are 6 evil barriers that are right here forming this large barrier that prevents us from going any further in Ganon's castle. Each of these barriers is representative of a temple that we've been in. Forest, fire, water, spirit, and shadow. And also the light temple, which is the Chamber of Sages. So basically what we need to do is we need to destroy each of these barriers in order to get through. So the way I'm going to do is I'm going to go backwards in order of the temples that we did. So I'm going to do Shadow first, then Spirit, Water, Fire, Forest, which means we're going to take on the Shadow Barrier first. And actually, I recommend that you take the Shadow Barrier first, because you will not be able to go to the Light Barrier or the Fire Barrier without going through the Shadow Barrier first. So just remember that. Plus, these barriers, trust me, they are not all that hard. So anyways, this is the Shadow Barrier, guys. Let's get started. Oh, wait, hold on. 1 second. Okay, sorry, apparently I got interrupted. So in the time that I got interrupted, I put on the hover boots and took them off because I just realized something. So basically how this dungeon works is that, dungeon barrier. First, we're going to need our fire arrows. So fires actually do have some use, so I would recommend getting those because they're actually not useless. We need to shoot these flames over here, and this will create a time thing. I like the sound that makes. I'm gonna try that again. There we go, and it creates some ice blocks for us to walk across. Now I would equip the hover boots for this, because you know, it's the shadow barrier. Of course, it's gonna need something that had the shadow barrier in it. So anyways, we're gonna cross this, and as you can see right here, there is a like. So before continuing any further, I guess let's just destroy the like. Ah, get away from me! Alright, let's put on some normal shoes. Put your dancing shoes on. I just want to destroy this like, because I just feel it's, you know, I might as well. The real point, you don't actually have to destroy the like, but I just really wanted to. Whew. It feels so unreal that we're starting the end of this game. By the way, guys, just to tell you, I'm pretty much going to be doing... Oh, that was a dick move. I'm pretty much just going to be doing the all of Ganon's castle in one take. So, yeah. So if I don't say, like, hey, everyone, in the beginning of all my videos, that's probably why. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to break this up into a lot of different videos. So anyways, we're going to shoot that torch again. And son of a bitch, what is it with me missing things? We are going to shoot the torch again to continue making the puzzle. By the way, just be careful about those fire arrows. They eat up magic, but don't worry. You actually get a pretty good supply of magic throughout this dungeon. I've gotten so used to saying temple, because we've done, like, how many of them in a row. Anyways, we're going to press the switch right here. Don't worry, this platform will not disappear. That would be mean to do. So anyways, we're going to put on our normal boots. And actually, we don't have to activate the puzzle again. What instead we're just going to do is we're just going to not use fire arrows. We're going to just hookshot over to the treasure chest that just spawned. And this is actually pretty much the last item that we're pretty much going to get in the game, guys. Last one! Second to last time you're going to see this. Which is kind of sad. For this skin, at least. What did we get? We got the golden gauntlets! Now, it's like the silver gauntlets, except with way more power. So it will allow us to lift those giant, that giant stone obelisk that you saw that was in front of the light barrier. and among some other stuff, which I will do in due time. So anyways, as you can see, there's this little slip and slide platform over to where the that switch is. So what we're going to do is we're going to put on our hover boots and just go over. You don't actually have to put on your hover boots, but I just figured it'd be better to do because, you know, in case we accidentally walk off the side. Just put our, wait. See, I see that switch, it's too risky. What do? Megaton hammer it! Oh boy, I love saying that. It's so much fun, it's like an infomercial. Okay, hold on. You know, I should put on my regular boots, because, you know, you're going to be using, actually, your hover boots a lot in Ganon's Castle, surprisingly. At least in these barriers. Oh. You actually don't need to continue on. There's another platform that's really small if you use the lens of truth, but I just figured it's better to hookshot over that. Now we got this weird purpley orb thingy. So what actually we need to do is, we're going to use our light arrows for the very first time, guys. How fun. So we're going to take out our arrows. Well, technically our light arrows. Don't worry, I'll try to use the ice arrows if I can in this dungeon. Alright. Shoot it at the thing, and the weird peach thing explodes. That's what it looks like. It looks like a giant peach. I love that book. And there's Impa. The shadow barrier is dispelled. Please save the princess. Alright, so we have one of the 6 barriers gone, guys. Shadow barrier is done. As you can see, this is actually probably one of the more lengthy barriers, so the other ones are going to be really short. So next, ooh, I love how it does that zooming effect on the symbol. So next, guys, is the spirit barrier. I'll see you guys there in just a second. Alright, here it is, guys. This is the spirit barrier. I did the spirit temple second to last, so we're going to do this one next. In this room, we're going to need a bomb to destroy that Beamos. We have another one of those silver rupee puzzles that I so enjoy. Oh, come on. That should have worked. Okay, there we go. Whoops, didn't mean to show the other one. Okay, who cares? So anyways, how this one works is that we have these Armo statues. Now, we can either push them forward or pull them back to make those spike blade trap things have more distance to cross, which I recommend, you know, pulling. You can just shoot right through, but I don't want to do that. There's one right here. Okay, we can pull this one apart, because there's no way we're going to do that without getting hurt. Unless we time it, you know, just right so that we can just dodge it. Alright, there we go. There's the third one. Somehow I have an accent all of a sudden. Okay. Fourth one. I cannot believe... I know. Like, I don't think I'm actually going to beat Ganon now. I mean, it feels so unreal. You know what I mean? Oh, my God. Okay, the last one here, it's really easy. There's a hook shot right above the rupee. Just hook shot up to it. And there we go. The door's open. I probably want to get some of those that have blade traps near them because you might get hit by them. That's just my opinion. Okay, in here we have a bunch of lava slugs. Oh no, torch slugs I mean. So what do? Megaton hammer the ground! And get rid of those pesky little bastards. These things die with like one hit now, which is actually pretty nice. Alright. As you can see, there's a little switch right here that we can hit. So if we hit it, it'll spawn a treasure chest. And inside this... what do we get? We get the bomb shoe. So that's a hint that we need to use bomb shoes on the thing because there's no way we're going to be able to reach that. Even not even with arrows or bombs or anything. So what you do is you want to face it just about right. Get out your bomb shoes. So bad that you couldn't do more with this thing. I mean, you really don't use it that much. But blink it out 3 times, set it loose. I don't know why I just zoomed in right there, but okay. Now explode, open that door up, and yay, we can move forward. Alright. Now we're going to end up in this room. We're going to need some fire arrows to open up that little closed off area up at the ceiling. You know the thing with the flash? Yeah, that thing. Alright. Let's go let some sunlight in. What sunlight? I didn't see any sunlight when I was outside of the game tab. Oh, wait. I'm going to need the... Dude, come on. Let me... Oh, shit. Okay, I guess I'm going to need to equip the Master Sword because it's apparently not going to let me defend unless I do this. There we go! Now we can move forward. Pretty much I just equipped the big one sword for the rest of this game. There's no reason to use a Master Sword except for one thing, but that's not until way later. So anyways, now we're at the spirit thing. It's all orange looking. What's really funny I find about this is the layout of the barriers are almost in a rainbow color. Except they switch the spirit and the light. You know, light is yellow, spirit. So it goes red, yellow, orange, green, blue, purple, which I always found really funny. It's almost like in a rainbow. I kind of like that. The spirit barrier is dispelled. Hurry up, kid. Yet again, the spirit barrier, you know, it looks yellow, but so does the light barrier. Then again, the spirit, you know, the spirit dungeon is a light dungeon. Spirit temple is a light dungeon. That's what I meant to say. Why does this symbol look like two sperms? Oh, there's my perverted moment. Yeah! Alright guys, the next, the barrier we're going to take on here is the water barrier, which is actually not really a water barrier, it's an ice barrier as you can see. It takes more after, I guess the ice cavern than the water temple, which is fine by me. So basically we're just going to kill those Freezard retards. That's fun to say. And, next, I'm going to need to get rid of I'm going to need to get rid of one of my fairies. Don't get rid of your blue potions, I would really not recommend doing that. Get rid of one of your fairies, because you can actually, because fairies are very plentiful in this game. I mean, honestly, you could just go somewhere where they have fairies and get another one. It's not that big of a deal. There's, we're going to get some more blue fire. What do we get? We get the blue fire. And we're just going to pour it right in here. And there we go. I get another full bottle of it, because we're going to need it. Whoa, that's an extreme slowdown right there on my game. Oh, God. I better not fall. As you can tell, Water Temple is the third temple I did, so that's why we're doing it now. You know, the water barrier isn't so bad, and then I saw this. Yay! Puzzles! Okay, this puzzle's really simple. You know, you only have 2 minutes. That's actually enough time, trust me. That's way more than enough. So anyways, we're gonna push this this one block, the one that's furthest away from us when we enter the room, and not climb on it like an idiot. We're gonna push it into that hole so that we can slide the other block across. There we go. Now we're gonna take this block. By the way, that jar over there has a fairy in it if you want it. I really don't want it right now because I don't really need it. We're gonna push it this way. You just push it pretty much counterclockwise throughout the room. And then at here, as you can see, it'll let us get up on top of that ledge. How about your Megaton Hammer, because you're going to need a Megaton Hammer or something. Also got your blue fire, because we're going to need that. Almost equipped my blue potion. That would have been really bad to do. And again, it's not really that big of a deal just to go back to Kakariko Village. But still, I like to stay in here as much as I can. Pour it on the red ice. And there's a switch that's all rusty. So what do? Megaton Hammer it. I'm surprised that no one yet has quoted me on that. Guys, I've been saying that so much every time I've had out the Megaton Hammer. Whoa. Alright. As you can see, we have enough time to get through. Enter this. And now we have the blue orb thingy. So we're going to shoot it and dispel the water barrier. Alright, hold on. I guess this thing was just a service, kind of like a final trial before you face Ganon, but still... I don't know, I don't feel like it's much of a trial, but I guess it's still pretty cool. Alright, and then Rudo will appear in front of us, as Naburo did last time and then Impa before. The water barrier is dispelled. Hurry up! I will. You're still lesbian, though. I didn't say that! Woo! I love that effect! It's so fun. It's like, woo! And then again, I noticed, I guess the symbol for the water temple is an ice, so I guess it makes sense that this was actually an ice barrier, not a water barrier. Alright guys, the next barrier that we're going to take on is the fire barrier. Put on the Goron Tunic because you will need it, trust me. Also, a really good tip for walking on this platform, which actually sinks if you walk on it, it'd be a really good idea to actually equip your hover boots. For some reason, it doesn't make it sink. See, normally when we step on this, it would sink, but if you have the hover boots on, it doesn't. So I guess it's kind of cool. These ones do, though. So we have another Silver Rupee puzzle. Yeah, I think we still have, like, we have another one after this one, too. Ugh. I'm kind of tired of these Silver Rupee puzzles. Yeah, be careful, there are some fire bubbles in here, but that's expected. Ooh, hurry up, man! Oh my god, okay, there's one right there behind this spinning fire thingy. It's pretty cool looking, actually. Alright, down here. And, okay. Now, this is why you cannot do the fire barrier before you do the shadow barrier. You can do any other barrier before, but you cannot do the shadow... Well, except for the light barrier. So the fire barrier and the light barrier. This is the reason why. See this giant stone obelisk? You will not be able to lift it unless you have the gold gauntlet. So we're gonna use it, and holy crap! Yeah, I bench press about like 2050. Don't you mean 250? No, I mean 2050. Well, because you have the gold gauntlet on. Fuck you! I found them. Alright, anyways, now we're gonna go across here. Careful with that fire bubble. If there's a torch slug, that guy might try to hurt you. Get up here. No! You little asshole. Huh. There we go. I just like slammed it like 3 times. Sorry, buddy. Alright, go across here. Let's spawn the regular courier boots because I don't think it'd be a good idea to have them because I don't think we'll be able to make it back across. There we go. Jump again. And get this one. Because you don't want to get the other one because then the platform will be sinking while you're watching that little cinematic shit right there. Okay. Now we need to put back on the hover boots. This is actually really tough if you don't have the hover boots on. Get back on this platform because this is the only way we're going to make that hook shot on the wall over there. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Yay! There we go. Alright, let's just take off the, those boots because I don't want to keep slip sliding around in here. It's kind of annoying when I do that. And we have the red orb thingy. Shoot with our light arrow, and there we go. The fire barrier is dispelled. Sorry if I call it a temple. I mean barrier in here. There's Darunia. The fire barrier is dispelled. Hurry up, brother. Not my brother. We didn't come from the same mom. Or did we? Ew. Either that means I'm part Goron or my mom was a slut. Okay, enough of that joke. Alright, there's a fire symbol again. Now the fire barrier is dispelled. Yay! Only 2 more to go. Alright, guys, now time for the forest barrier. The forest barrier, forest symbol being the first temple I did. Now this actually is a really interesting fact about the forest temple that I didn't know until recently. Is that originally the forest forest barrier in here actually doesn't have a lot of forest elements to it. It's actually more representative of a wind element dungeon. So it was believed that actually there wasn't going to be a forest temple, but it was actually going to be a wind temple. Which is also probably why there's those wind machines in the shadow temple. It's probably left over from the wind temple. So that's really interesting. Also the symbol for the fire temple looks a lot like wind, doesn't it? That's always something I just thought was really interesting. I think that's a trap, so I'm not going to get it. Now we got to light all these torches, so we're going to use our Din's fire. We could also use the fire arrows, but I wanted to use Din's fire first. I think that'd be better to do. So there we go. It's kind of a shame, too. I kind of like the forest symbol, so I was hoping that the forest barrier would be fun to play. Okay, where is it? Oh, wait, dude. Oh, it's not over there. Wait, dude, I'm facing the wrong way, am I? Hold on, dude. Don't be stupid. Oh, my God. Let's face it the wrong way. Okay, there is another torch right up here, so just remember to shoot that. There's 5 of them. Now that opens up the door ahead of us. So let's go into that door. Hold on, let's put away the Din's fire with, I'm going to need the hook shot for this next room. Okay, now you'll see what I mean by that. It's a wind-themed dungeon. And have you noticed that I have had to equip the hover boots for almost all of these barriers, except for the spirit and water? So you can see there are a lot of these wind machines in here. So, what you want to do is you want to time yourself to actually, you know, move when they're blowing. So as you can see, it blew us over here. There's a beamos right here. We're going to need to destroy that. I don't think you need to, but it'd be a good idea just to destroy it anyways. Boom! Alright, there's one of the things down here on the switch. And that's going to make a hookshot target appear right where we were. So we can get this silver rupee. Now, are you done with these silver rupee challenges yet, game? Seriously, I'm done with these. So I'm going to walk right off because I really don't want to move all that far forward. Over here. Get this one. Alright. There's this one right here, and that one right there, we need to get it when the wind isn't blowing, because if we do, it's going to blow us off. I don't think it's that bad if we do it, but still, get it when it's off. Alright, there we go, guys. And there's the green orby thingy, symbolizing force, even though this is supposed to be wind. I don't think we'll really see a wind dungeon until Wind Waker, because there's a wind temple in there, but I don't think we'll really see much of anything wind until that game. Because I don't think Majora's Mask doesn't really have a wind dungeon. So yeah, that's kind of a shame. So anyways, now we're going to shoot the light arrow at this, and this will reveal the 4th stage, Saria. The forest barrier is dispelled. Hurry up, Skulk! Of course we will, but we still have one more barrier to do, which is a light barrier. Look at that trippy thing again. It's so cool. And look at the forest symbol. See, it looks like a wind cyclone moving. Or like fan blades. I don't know. I guess I was left over from the wind cycle.